Hello and welcome back to English in Mind, the podcast, where your English and your confidence grow together. Whether you're walking, studying, or simply enjoying a moment to yourself, thank you for joining me today. Here we don't just learn vocabulary or grammar. We learn how to think, speak, and live in English one calm breath at a time. Let me start with a feeling you may know well. You open your mouth to speak, but your mind suddenly feels blank. You say a few words and then pause. A long, awkward silence. Your heart beats a little faster. Maybe your hands get sweaty. You try again, but your brain feels like it's stuck in traffic. The words are there somewhere, but they don't come out. You are not alone. This happens to millions of English learners, and honestly, even to native speakers, when they're nervous or unsure. But for language learners, these pauses can feel especially frustrating. They make you feel like you don't know enough, like your thoughts are broken, like something is wrong with you. But I promise you, nothing is wrong. Pausing is part of speaking. What matters is why you pause and what you do with the pause. Let's look at the most common reasons we stop mid-sentence. First, the most powerful one, fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of sounding silly. Fear of being judged. When you're afraid of saying something wrong, your brain gets cautious. You start checking every word in your mind before it comes out. You become your own editor, and that editor is strict. Every sentence gets paused, rewritten, or deleted before it's even spoken. That's exhausting. That's how fear becomes silence. Next, we have limited vocabulary. Imagine you want to say, "I bought some beautiful flowers at the market," but you forget the word flowers. You pause. You try to describe them. I bought the colorful, the things that grow and smell nice. It's not wrong, it's actually creative, but this kind of thinking takes time, and that time creates gaps in your speaking. Another big reason is translating in your head. Let's say your native language is Vietnamese, Spanish, or Arabic. In your mind, you first build a sentence in that language like "Tôi đi học mỗi ngày." Then you stop, take that sentence, and start translating "I go to school every day." But here's the problem: English and your language have different word orders, grammar, and expressions. So every sentence you translate becomes a puzzle. Your brain needs extra seconds. That's when the pause appears. Sometimes the reason is performance pressure. You're talking to a native speaker, a teacher, or someone you admire. Suddenly, the pressure to speak perfectly becomes too much. Your heart races. Your voice shakes. You forget simple words. You second-guess yourself. Even native speakers feel this before speeches, interviews, or phone calls. You're not weak. You're human. But now let's shift the way we think about fluency. Fluency is not about perfection. It's about flow. Think of a river. It may twist and turn. It may have rocks or leaves floating in it, but it keeps moving. That's what good speaking is: not perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary, but steady movement. In fact, making mistakes while speaking shows that you're trying, that your brain is alive and learning. You can fix grammar later, but you can't fix a silence. So keep going. Keep the river moving. Let me give you one more image. Imagine speaking English like dancing. When you dance, you don't stop every few seconds to check if your foot is in the right spot. You just feel the music move your body and enjoy the rhythm. Sometimes you make a wrong step, but you keep dancing. Speaking English should feel the same. Less thinking, more rhythm. Now, what if I told you that most pauses come from inside, not outside? They're not about grammar books or difficult vocabulary. They come from your thoughts. The little voices in your mind saying, "You're not good enough," or "People will laugh." It's time to change those voices. Instead of, "What if I sound silly?" say, "What if I sound brave?" Instead of, "What if I make a mistake?" say, "I'm making progress." Your words matter, but your thoughts matter more. So here's our first step. Notice your pauses and be kind to them. Don't fight them. Don't fear them. Just observe them like clouds in the sky. They'll pass, and in their place, new words will come. In the next part, we'll start building habits that reduce these pauses from the inside out. We'll begin with the most powerful shift of all learning to think in English. Think in English, not your language. You don't need more grammar rules. You don't need bigger words. What you need, what most learners truly need, is to change the language of their thoughts. That's the real secret. Most English learners speak slowly, not because they're not smart, but because they're thinking in their own language first. Vietnamese, Spanish, Russian, it doesn't matter. When your brain builds a sentence in your native language and then tries to translate it into English, it creates a delay, a pause, sometimes a long one. But here's the good news: you can stop translating. You can start thinking in English. No, not perfectly, not all the time, but more and more day by day. And it starts with simple moments. Take a look around you right now. What do you see? Maybe desk, window, pen, water bottle, phone. Start there. Say those words softly to yourself in English. Point to them. Touch them. Let your brain feel the connection between object and word without going through your first language. Now say a short sentence about each thing. The window is open. My phone is black. This pen is new. I like this chair. Nothing fancy, nothing academic, just truth, just English. Every morning when you wake up, play this mini game. Look around your room and describe 5 things. Don't worry about being clever or perfect. This is how your brain begins to shift. Next, talk to yourself during the day, quietly, inside your head, or out loud if you're alone. Walking to the kitchen, say I'm walking to the kitchen. Making tea, say I am boiling water. Eating lunch, say I have rice and vegetables today. At first, it feels strange, like pretending, but over time it becomes natural. Your brain starts reaching for English first, not second. And when that happens, something amazing begins. Your pauses disappear because you're no longer searching for words in your first language and translating them. You're living in English one small sentence at a time. Let me give you an image. Think of your brain like a garden. Every time you name something in English, it's like planting a small seed. The more seeds you plant, the more English will grow inside your thoughts. With enough practice, your thoughts become English. Now here's another trick. When you forget a word, don't stop. Describe it. Can't remember the word gloves? Say, the thing you wear on your hands when it's cold. Can't find toothbrush? Say, the thing I use to clean my teeth in the morning. This builds confidence and trains your brain to keep flowing, even when it doesn't have the perfect word. And guess what? That's exactly what fluent speakers do. They describe, they guess, they use gestures. They keep going. That's fluency. Want to go further? Try the 5 senses practice. Use English to describe what you see, hear, feel, taste, and smell. Right now say, I hear birds, I feel warm, I see blue sky, I smell coffee, I taste sweet fruit. This sensory training brings English into your body, not just your brain. You don't pause when you feel something. You just say it. That's real fluency. Now let's talk about mental switching. Sometimes your thoughts go back to your native language by habit. That's okay. When you notice it, gently switch back. Think of it like changing the radio channel. You were listening to one station, your language, but now you tune into English. No judgment, no stress. Just switch the dial. One more fun method, the mirror talk. Stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes and speak in English. Talk about your day, your plans, your feelings. No one is judging. It's just you and your reflection. I feel sleepy today. I have a big meeting. I want to improve my English. I can do this. Say it with kindness, with pride, with honesty. This builds something deeper than grammar. It builds trust between you and your English voice. Because here's the truth. Your voice in English is not just a translation of your old voice. It's a new part of you. And like any new part, it needs time to grow. And as it grows, the pauses you used to fear, they fade. They become shorter, or they turn into deep breaths, gentle transitions, graceful silences. In the next part, we'll learn how to keep your words moving with fun speaking games, filler words, and fast talking practice. Think of it like a workout for your voice, a way to train fluency, not just vocabulary. But for now, remember this. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep planting seeds. And speak your thoughts one English word at a time. Filler words, fast games, and fluency tricks. Now that you've started thinking in English, let's talk about how to keep your speaking smooth, even when your brain needs a second to catch up. That's where filler words come in. You've heard them before. Small words that fill the silence without stopping the conversation. Well, these words don't carry deep meaning, but they give you a moment to think without freezing. They're like little bridges. When your brain hesitates, filler words help your voice keep walking. For example, compare these two sentences. I, pause, want to go shopping. Well, I want to go shopping. The second sentence flows better. It sounds natural even though it's not faster. Why? Because the speaker never stopped. So here's your first fluency trick. Learn to use filler words as tools. Practice with these sentences. Well, I think it's a good idea. I love learning English, so I watched a movie last night. It wasn't that expensive. Try repeating each one 5 times. Let the words roll off your tongue. Smile as you say them. Feel how natural they become. And remember, don't overuse filler words. Too many can sound confusing, but just 1 or 2. That's fluency magic. Now let's add speed training, or what I like to call fast talk workouts. Choose a simple sentence like I go to school. Now say it again faster. I go to school, I go to school, I go to school, I go to school. Then try I go to school every day. I go to school every day. Faster like a rhythm. Do the same with longer ones. I go to school every day because I want to learn more. Say it slow, then medium, then fast. Again and again. Not to be perfect, but to train your tongue. This is like jogging for your mouth. At first it feels awkward, but soon it becomes a flow. Another fun exercise is the one-word change game. Start with I eat rice. Now change just one word. I eat noodles. I eat fruit. I eat pizza. I eat slowly. I eat every morning. Each time you change one word, your brain stays active and flexible. This keeps you talking without stopping to translate or panic. You can also try 10 sentences, one word. Choose any word, for example, water. Now make 10 short sentences. I drink water. Water is cold. I like water. My water bottle is blue. I drink water every day. Water is healthy. I need more water. There is water on the table. I spilled my water. Water is important. This builds vocabulary, structure, and speed all at once. Now let's try shadowing, one of the best ways to sound natural. Here's how it works. Listen to a short clip of a native speaker. Try to repeat exactly what they say at the same time. Copy their speed, tone, and rhythm. Don't worry about understanding every word. Just echo, just follow. Let's say the speaker says, "Hey, how's it going? I just got home." You repeat, "Hey, how's it going? I just got home." Do this with podcast clips, YouTube videos, or even cartoons. Choose short, clear voices at first. Start small, 10 seconds. Then build to 20, 30, or more. This trains your ears, mouth, and brain at the same time. At first, you'll miss words. That's okay, keep going. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to follow the music of English. And finally, let's talk about one simple phrase that changes everything. Keep going. Even when you forget a word, even when you feel nervous, even when your tongue trips, just keep going. Use filler words, use your hands, use simple sentences, use anything, but don't stop. Because fluency isn't about how perfect you speak. It's about how long you can keep the river flowing. In the next part, we'll use storytelling, your life, your day, your voice, to help your fluency rise even more. Stories are not just for children. They're the key to building connection, confidence, and real-world English that flows like water. Speak through stories, daily talk made easy. You've learned how to think in English. You've practiced filler words, fast talking, and fluency games. Now it's time for something even more powerful, something that turns all your practice into real connection. It's time to tell your story. Stories are the heart of language. We use them to connect, to explain, to remember, and to dream. And the best part, you don't need perfect grammar to tell a good story. You just need truth sequence and a little courage. Let's start simple. Think about your day this very day. Say it out loud in English. Today I woke up at 7 a.m. I brushed my teeth. I had toast and eggs. I went to work. I came home. I made dinner. I watched a video. Now I'm here. You just told a story, a clear, complete one. Each sentence was a step. Each step moved your voice forward. Now let's make it richer. Add feelings, details, and reasons. Today I woke up at 7 a.m., but I felt very tired. The weather was cold and I didn't want to get out of bed. Still, I brushed my teeth and made toast and eggs. I listened to music while I ate. It made me feel calm. I went to work by bus. On the way, I saw a little boy smiling at his dog. It made me smile too. After work, I made soup for dinner and watched a video about speaking English better. Now I'm sitting here thinking about everything I learned. See the difference? Now your voice has rhythm, emotion, and flow. And guess what? You didn't use any hard vocabulary, just simple, honest English. You can do this every day, and you should. It's one of the fastest ways to build fluency. Try this daily practice. Think about one thing that happened today. Say it out loud in 5 short sentences. Then repeat the story but add more detail. Use words like because, and, or, but to link ideas. For example, I went to the park. I went to the park because I needed fresh air. I walked slowly and listened to birds. I felt peaceful, but I was also thinking about work. I stayed for 20 minutes, then went home. And here's something even more powerful. Tell a story about your past. Talk about your childhood, a favorite teacher, a memory from school, a trip you once took. Even simple memories work. When I was a child, I loved mangoes. I would eat 2 or 3 every week. My mother bought them from the market. She always picked the sweet ones. I remember the smell, fresh and rich. I still think of those days when I eat mangoes now. Stories like this connect your present to your past. They bring warmth and life into your English. And they remind you, your story matters. What else can you do? Tell stories about your family, your weekend, your dreams. Use real moments from your life. You don't have to make anything up. In fact, the best fluency comes from stories you already know because you lived them. Now here's a fluency upgrade start using connecting words. Words like because, and, but, so, then, after that, when, while. They link your ideas and make your speaking smoother. For example, I was tired, but I went for a walk. I cooked rice and vegetables because I was hungry. I wanted to sleep, so I turned off my phone. With just 1 or 2 connectors, your speaking moves from short blocks to flowing rivers. And if you want more challenge, try recording your story. Use your phone. Talk for 1 to 2 minutes. Then listen to yourself. Notice your pauses. Try again. This time, speak with more energy. Add more sentences. Make it feel like you're talking to a good friend. Or try asking yourself a question and answering in full. Question: what did you do this morning? Answer: this morning, I woke up late because I forgot to set my alarm. I rushed to get ready. I skipped breakfast and just had coffee. I missed the early bus, but I still made it to work on time. This Q&A method helps you build real conversation skills even when you're alone. You don't need a partner to practice speaking. You just need your story, your voice, and a few minutes of focus. And don't worry about repeating the same stories. In fact, that's good. Every time you retell a story, it becomes easier, smoother, stronger. Just like how muscles grow, when you repeat the same exercise, your fluency grows with every retelling. So from now on, don't just study English, live it. Tell your story, out loud, every day. In the next part, we'll explore how to stay calm while speaking, how to enjoy the process, and how to build confidence so that your English feels not just fluent, but fearless. Calm your mind and speak with joy. Let's talk about something we all face, even advanced speakers, even native speakers. It's the feeling of nervousness, of pressure, of fear. That moment before you speak English, your heart starts racing, your breath becomes short, and your mind says, "What if I say something wrong?" You freeze. The words were there a second ago, and now they're gone. If this has happened to you, please know you're not alone. And you are not weak. You are human. You are learning. And learning takes courage. So today we don't just practice language, we practice peace. Let's begin with the breath. Before you speak, take a deep breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Slow, easy, again. That breath tells your brain, I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm ready. This small habit can change everything. It's like giving your body permission to relax. And when your body relaxes, your voice returns. Next, try this technique. Speak like you're talking to your best friend, not your boss, not a test examiner, not a stranger, but a kind, smiling, patient friend. Imagine they're sitting across from you. They're listening, they care, and they want you to take your time. When you speak to someone who loves you, you don't worry about grammar. You don't worry about vocabulary. You just talk. You laugh. You explain. You smile. Bring that feeling into your English. This is how you speak with joy. And if you forget a word, that's okay. You can explain it in a simple way. Forget the word elevator. Say the machine that goes up and down in a building. Forget candle. Say a small stick with fire that gives light. Forget pillow. Say the soft thing for your head when you sleep. This skill describing things, when you forget the name, is one of the most powerful fluency tools. It means you never need to stop, never need to panic. You just keep going. And that brings us to another big truth: mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. They are not signs of failure. They are signs of effort, and effort builds fluency. In fact, if you're not making mistakes, you're probably not speaking enough. So from now on, change the way you see errors. Instead of saying, "Oops, I messed up," say, "Great, I just learned something new." Now let's add some fun. Try these 2 speaking games to relax your mind and improve fluency. Game 1. Change. Just one word. Start with, I walk to school, then change it. I run to school. I bike to school. I walk to work. I walk to the park. This keeps your brain moving without pressure. It builds confidence and rhythm. Game 2, 10. Sentences, one word. Pick a word like coffee. Now say 10 different sentences using that word. I drink coffee every morning. Coffee helps me wake up. My mom loves strong coffee. I don't like coffee at night. Coffee smells amazing. I add milk to my coffee. Coffee shops are my favorite. I had coffee with a friend today. Coffee can be bitter or sweet. I'm drinking coffee right now. You've just practiced sentence building vocabulary and fluency with one simple word. Now here's another calming strategy. Ask and answer your own questions. Examples. Q. What do you eat for lunch? A. I usually eat rice and vegetables. Sometimes I have fruit. Q. What do you do on Sundays? A. I relax, read a book, or go for a walk. I try to rest. Speaking like this helps you prepare for real conversations in a safe, quiet space. If you're shy, try recording yourself. Open the voice recorder on your phone. Talk for 1 minute about your day, then play it back. Listen to your voice not to judge, but to notice. Then try again. Speak a little slower, or a little smoother, or add one more sentence. You'll be amazed how quickly you improve. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. If your English is not perfect today, that's okay. You're learning a second language. That's something millions of people are afraid to try. But you're doing it. You are building a new voice, a new rhythm, a new power. And like any good habit, it takes time, but it's worth it. So say these words to yourself. I'm learning. I'm improving. I speak English more easily every day. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep going. In the next part, we'll bring all of this together into a simple, powerful weekly plan, something you can follow every day on your own to grow your fluency step by step. Because your progress doesn't need to be fast. It just needs to be daily. Your weekly speaking plan that works. Now that you've built the mindset, now that you've practiced thinking in English, using filler words, telling stories, and calming your nerves, it's time for something practical. Something you can use right away. Something simple, repeatable, and powerful. Let me give you your personal 7-day fluency plan. You don't need a teacher. You don't need expensive tools. You just need 10-15 minutes a day, a quiet space, and your voice. Let's go day by day. Monday, vocabulary plus story day. Start your week by learning 5 new words. These should be useful everyday words, not academic or advanced. For example, market, tired, early, bus, coffee. Say each word aloud 5 times, then make one sentence with each. Example, I go to the market every Saturday. I feel tired in the morning. I wake up early for work. I take the bus to school. I love drinking coffee. Now link them together into a short story. Yesterday, I woke up early. I felt tired, but I got ready. I took the bus to the market. I bought coffee and walked home. It was a simple day, but I felt good. Done. Vocabulary plus story. Fluent plus useful. That's Monday. Tuesday. Shadowing practice. Choose a short audio or video clip. Something with clear, natural English. 1 minute is enough. Play it once. Listen carefully. Then play it again and repeat every word at the same time as the speaker. Copy their tone. Copy their speed. Copy their emotion. Even if you miss some words, keep going. Example clip. Hi, my name is Sarah. I love reading books and going to the beach. You say, hi, my name is Sarah. I love reading books and going to the beach. Do this 3 to 5 times. Shadowing trains your ear, your mouth, and your memory all at once. It's like singing along to your favorite song. Wednesday, 1-minute life story. Choose one moment from your life. It can be today, yesterday, or a memory from childhood. Speak about it for 1 minute. Last weekend, I went to the park. I saw children playing. I walked slowly and listened to birds. I sat on a bench and read a book. The weather was warm and quiet. I felt peaceful. No need for complex words. Just speak from the heart. Want more challenge? Tell the same story again with extra details. This helps you build longer and more fluent speech. Thursday, filler word day. Practice using filler words to stay smooth when you speak. Try. Well, make sentences using each one. Well, I'm not sure about that. I really like this book. So I went out for dinner last night. It's not that expensive. Now create a short conversation using all of them. So I saw this new movie last night. Oh, really? What was it about? Well, it was kind of a love story. It wasn't bad, but not amazing either. I think I'll watch it anyway. Speaking this way makes you sound natural and confident even if you're still thinking. Friday, fast talk workout. Time to train speed. Start with a simple sentence, I like coffee. Now say it again and again faster each time. Then add words, I like hot coffee. I like hot coffee in the morning. I like hot coffee in the morning because it helps me wake up. Repeat each version 5 times, speeding up. This builds mouth-brain coordination like exercise for your fluency muscles. Saturday, speak with a partner or yourself. If you have a speaking partner, talk for 10 minutes about a fun topic: food, travel, pets, music. Ask and answer questions. No partner, no problem. Use your phone to record yourself answering questions. What did you do today? What are your weekend plans? What's your favorite memory from childhood? What food makes you happy? Speak for 2 minutes. Then listen to your voice. Try again. Add more sentences or use a new filler word. This trains both speaking and self-correction. Sunday, review plus relax. Sunday is your day to enjoy. Watch a video in English. Listen to a song. Read a short story or comic. Don't study, just absorb. Then in the evening, review the 5 words you learned on Monday. Say them again. Make new sentences. Reflect on your progress. What felt easier this week? What did you enjoy most? What made you smile? And say these words aloud. I'm improving. I'm proud of myself. My English is growing stronger every day. This weekly plan is flexible. You can change it. Make it yours. Add music, books, apps, whatever helps you feel engaged. But the key is consistency. 10 minutes a day, just you, your voice, and your story. That's how fluency grows. And when you follow this plan, not just once, but every week, your pauses will shrink. Your confidence will rise and your English will become a part of you. In the final short section, I'll give you a summary and final encouragement so you can carry this energy forward into every conversation, every story, every word you speak. You've reached the end, but this is not a finish line. It's a beginning. Let's take a deep breath and look back at what you've learned. You began by understanding why we pause. Fear translation limited, vocabulary pressure. Then you learned how to gently change that by thinking in English, not translating. By using filler words, speaking games and small stories to keep your words moving. You practiced breathing through fear, speaking to yourself like a friend, and trusting that mistakes are part of the process. You discovered that fluency is not about perfection, it's about flow. You learned how to turn your daily life into practice, naming things, telling stories, asking questions, building connection. You now have a full 7-day speaking plan, something real practical and proven that will help you speak English with more confidence and joy every day. And most importantly, you learned how to trust your voice. It doesn't matter how slow you start. What matters is that you start, that you try, that you speak with honesty and heart. Fluency is not a talent, it's a habit, a rhythm, a belief that your words matter. So go forward. Speak a little more today than you did yesterday. Smile when you speak. And when you pause, breathe, and keep going. Your voice is growing. Your story is worth telling. Your English is becoming a part of you. And every time you say one more sentence, you are not just learning a language, you are building a better, braver version of yourself.